Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Wow. Okay. Uh oh. What is that about? Uh, that's interesting. Okay. Hmm. My goodness. Okay. 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 My. All right. Sorry about that. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Okay. So there's slides. And let's see. Teddy Bongo, thank you so much for being here first. Uh, hey, Antoinette Kennedy, Sibella, Mary H., Gwendolyn Daniels, Karen Murdoch, Sam, is that right? Welcome. Rodney Jackson, Novi D, it's been a minute, right? Compton Caligal, Fenton LaShawn, um, and a host of others. Okay. All right. Anyway, I don't think we'll be here more than 2 hours. Okay. I do not believe we'll be here more than 2 hours. Yeah, probably not. No more than 2 hours. So get yourself comfortable. Let me see here. Hanavari Manishi Manizi. Thank you so much for being here. Wow, a successful year. Well, congratulations. I hope the success keep coming. Rosalind Wade, thank you much for being here. Sandra. Hey, Sandra. Thank you so much for being here. Karen Murdoch. Oh, I said hello to you already, didn't I? Okay. Shelly L. Wow, it has been a while, hasn't it? And of course, the incomparable Connie Bowmer. Connie, I don't know what that is that you sent me. I think it's like a nougat or something like that, we would call it. But my goodness, is that delicious? Thank you so much for that. So tasty. All right, let's get on with it, shall we? So, global top 10, number 8, 10 top 10 in 26 countries, no less. So, the Duchess of Sussex is in the top 10 in the 8th place. Now, I want you to put this in perspective. There are over 7,000 programs. At any given time, Netflix has 7,000 programs available for your viewing pleasure. 7,000. So to be in the top 10 when there are 7,000 programs to watch is nothing shy of spectacular. Really, that is an awesome statistic. And I think anyone, no matter who they are, anyone would be glad to be in that number, to have that kind of influence. Yeah, influence, that's what we'll say, to have that level of influence. And of course, the Duchess of Sussex is quite influential. People on a daily basis downplay her influence, which is really a fool's errand because if the Duchess of Sussex did not have influence, they wouldn't be talking about her. They do not have the courage to not speak of her because if they do, it would hit them right in the pocketbook. And they will not have that, will they? So, for that reason, as well as just good old fashioned hatred for anyone that they cannot identify with. They seem to have an in for. But I hope that type of brutal, what do you call it? What a word I'm looking for. Okay, forgive me. I'm sitting up here scrolling. I'm scrolling. Let me stop. But yeah, it is yuck. All right, sorry about that. I was just looking at. Let me close this out so I can stop looking at it. All right, I will close that out so I will stop looking at it. But you never know. Sometimes there's stuff that just kind of pops up along the way, and I'm ready to jump on it. Yeah, she's paying a lot of mortgages. Thank you very much, Sandra. That's what I was trying to say. Yep. Mortgages are being paid because of the hostility that some of these people have against someone they never met for things that they know nothing of, and likely stuff that she didn't do or is not responsible for. Hey, Lex, thank you for joining us. Okay. Take a look there. Top 10 TV program in the UK. Thank you, United Kingdom. Top 10 in the UK. And again, top 10 shows on Netflix. And right there in the top 10, you have the Duchess of Sussex. So, again, as Ted Sarandos says, whether you love her or you hate him, you're still watching. And that is the truth. They are still watching. So, um, I won't go so far as to say it doesn't matter what people think because, as they say, no man is an island unto themselves. And it does matter what people think because the that type of a hate campaign that they have coming from the tabloid media, it does have real life ramifications. It can cause people who are, shall we say, mentally disturbed, a bit fragile when it comes to their behavior. That is where it causes problems because people seem to think that they know you. As a public figure, they think they know you. And so the gaslighting, the lies, and such, that gives people subtle cues to single out as justification for nasty emails or, you know, as at its worst, going after a person. It also creates this feeding frenzy where the paparazzi are hungry for photos. So it is not something that we just want to dismiss and say, oh, it's not important. It is important, especially when these things are based upon lies. When your hostility for a person is predicated on lies, um, if nobody calls you out, then one lie leads to the next and the next and the next. And it makes the world very unsafe for anyone who is the victim of that. So, and I guess we just don't want it to ever go that far. So we're going to keep calling them out. And I do encourage anyone who has the idea of starting a platform, you really should. You really should. Create another Sussex friendly space. And of course, if you do that, we will support you. So we support Sussex friendly spaces, and we always have, right? Yes, we have. Okay. Let me move on to the next thing. Yeah, they weaponize unstable people, and that is frightening. That is frightening, and that's why I tell people, do not be so dismissive. Don't just throw your hand up and say, "Oh, they're over here now. It doesn't matter now." It does matter. It really does matter. One of the reasons why Princess Diana was in tears so often is because those guys that were stalking her with the cameras, they were calling her some of the filthiest things that you could imagine. Things that you do not say to a lady, let alone any woman. It's just, um, as Harry said, a lot of these people with cameras are just plain thugs. These are thugs. These are people that may have an arrest record. They may have done jail time for violence or what you name it. If they really had something going for them, they would not do that kind of work. Now there are some really nice paparazzi guys in LA that that have relationships with some of the celebrities, and they are even somewhat protective of some of the celebrities, and but they understand. Well, that's my job, and at some point, you may actually want that attention, especially if it's done right. If it is done right, but the chasing and all that kind of stuff, nobody approves of that. No logical person. So, anyway, thank you so much for your comment. Let's see. Top 10 in Australia, top 10 in Croatia. I'll take that. I'll take that. What is it? 29 countries that, or is it 25 countries where Meghan is in the top 10? Well, whatever the case may be, congratulations to the Duchess of Sussex. And we look forward to weeks and weeks of the top 10 level. Don't forget, you all, to go over there to Netflix and leave a positive review. We have to do that because the haters, are very apt at saying the nastiest things, even if they haven't watched it. So we have to do that. Okay. All right. So cheers to our Duchess. And okay. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. Mm. Okay. So I haven't shared anything from the Ministry of Hacks in a while, but I'm going to share something right now. Martin, that is his name, Martin from the Ministry of Hacks. You guys, I am so excited. As a baby boomer, there is nothing more satisfying than getting a new pill case. I have just ordered myself this beautiful pill case. I cannot wait. It's going to be so easy to keep track. Okay, let me cue this up for you. Yes, I love a quality pill case.
Morning, friends. Happy Saturday. How the heck you doing? Well, it's that time of year again where Kate becomes the jewel in her own crown, or she's meant to be, with her widely anticipated, according to the press, yearly Christmas Carol concert, which is broadcast on Christmas Eve on ITV. I think it's been another year of a washout. Let's get to the facts. Kate turned up at 5 p.m. The service started at 6 p.m. She turned up an hour before for her own gig. She was away by 8 p.m. That's not really an evening's work for me. Major controversy with Hannah Waddingham pulling out, meant to be singing. Rumours abound in the land of the hacks. Ministry of Hacks is my channel. Hacks is a slang word for a journalist. Rumours abound that Hannah's PR company strongly advised her just to attend as a guest. I think that means everybody knows in the industry, in the PR circuit, that there's more bad news to come out about Epstein and Andrew. They didn't want her front and centre in case it damaged her brand. Let's wait and see if I'm right about that one. Pippa didn't attend. Is this because of Pippa's well-documented slip-up, where when she was challenged about being on holiday, when Kate was ill with cancer, Pippa said, it's not like she was ill in the traditional sense. Bit of a weird answer. No one's ever going to know what was really going on. Pippa did not attend. I think that's really weird. No one from the Spencer side of the family was invited or attended either. Beatrice and Eugenie didn't attend. Charles and Camilla didn't attend. I think it needs reimagining this Christmas concert. I think there's so much that could be done. They could talk about the challenges facing UK citizens and citizens all over the world. To me, it just seems like yet another PR disaster. My opinion's not important. Yours is. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Have a brilliant Saturday.
Okay. So remember, Ministry of Hacks, Ministry_of_Hacks is on TikTok. And Martin is also on X, formerly known as Twitter. So you could actually catch him on either of those platforms. But as usual, he's right on the money. Okay. On to the next thing. Oh, yes, Harry's speech. Harry made a speech, and this was at the, let me get this right. Was it the Brits Christmas breakfast? Something like that? Anyway, there is I do have sound, but it's kind of hard to hear. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to load the video, but I'm not going to, show the video just in case, because, well, I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. So let me try that and see if that works. All right, let me give that a try, and then you can hear. Oh my goodness, do we have sound? Yes, we have sound. Got to make sure sometimes. Okay, where are you, Prince Harry? Oh, you know what? I know what. I don't think I loaded it properly. That's what that is. So let me take care of that. That should only take okay. All right, I think I got this. All right, so that's a new clip. And then I send this there. Oh, I'm sorry. I got one more thing I need to do to it. Thank you so much for your patience. Oh, I think that works. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's make this happen. Okay, it's uploading. It's uploading. Yeah, and then at some point we'll get on to the whole Thomas Markle saga. And if you've never been to Royal Sussex before and you're thinking to yourself, surely that this does not happen every time, pretty much. Pretty much. I wish I could say that this is a one of, but no, pretty much. Um, oh wow, this is taking a minute to load. I cannot believe this. Oh, maybe if I close this out, maybe that'll help. Anyway, here's another image of Harry at the podium looking very, very handsome. And then here's an image of the room. And it seemed to be a very congenial crowd. Top drawer. No, this is taking a while to load, but it's almost there. So give me just a second here, and it is nearly done. Okay, and we are good. All right. All right, here we go. Well, we're mostly good. We're mostly good. 1 second. Ooh, where's my video? Okay, let me try that again. Well, okay, let me do this one first. Let me do this one. Is that a standing ovation? Is that a standing ovation? Yes, it is. Yes, that was a standing ovation. You know, they will never mention that. They will never mention that in the dreaded tabloid media, but that was a standing ovation for the Duke of Sussex. Wowee. Okay, I like seeing that. Okay, let me get the other video going here. All right, the other video is coming. Here we go.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's the first Christmas party I've been to for a while. It's wonderful to be with you, and a real pleasure to join the British Council, Business Council for your 65th annual Christmas lunch. And congratulations to those that have been here for, what did you get to? 40 years. 40 years. And sober. Los Angeles is not known for its Christmas dinners or its Christmas puddings, at least not the proper stuff. But I have heard this is the place you'll come if you're looking for the real deal, and I'm sure I won't be disappointed. For me, being British isn't about where you physically stand, but what you stand for. I recently wrote about our armed forces for Remembrance Day and what that past experience brought up for me. Service, duty, camaraderie, being part of something larger than yourself, and, of course, banter. I believe those values, banter isn't actually a value, apparently, I disagree. I believe those values are the reason that you succeed in your businesses. The service, the contribution, the partnerships, that's what I see in this room amongst the Christmas hats and crackers. And that's what I know you to bring to your workplaces too. And next year, I know we're all looking forward to welcoming many more fellow Brits from across the pond, provided they behave, and they make it through customs, past ice, and everything else. The World Cup is coming to the United States. And both England and Scotland miracles happen. You know what? It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Our British Consul General is Scottish, as you know. So he's understandably thrilled and reliably informed, promises to be proudly wearing a kilt for the entirety of the competition, no matter the weather, the proper Scottish way. As for me, while I was 14 years old, whose phone, did someone like their phone back? Whose is this?
Okay. So it cut off at that point. There was nothing left of his speech. So if I can ever find the other part of it, I will definitely share that with you. But anyway, yeah, Prince Harry is just a natural. He is an absolute natural. He has definitely shown that he's able to do some acting, some lighthearted comedy, self-deprecating comedy. But yes, Connie Bomber, you're absolutely right. Where is my manners? Where is my manners? You see that, folks? You see that? That is why Connie Bomber has a wrench behind her name. It's not because she sent that box full of treats. No. All right, that might have had something to do with it. But no, Connie Bomber has been incredibly supportive to so many Sussex-friendly spaces. You have no idea. One of the first people to encourage us is Connie Bomber. Also, there's Church Nellie, Lydia Washington, Cookies and Cream. There's been countless people. Elaine Parker, Dorothy Ross, and I'm sorry if I don't mention everyone's name, but you guys know you have been there, and there are some that have been there like practically since day one. So without the above mentioned names and so many other people, there would not be much of a community. there would not be much of a community. So thank you all for your encouragement, your contributions, liking, sharing, subscribing, memberships. All of it works in concert to make this community possible. And we can always be proud of the Sussex squad, especially when you compare it to the derangers, those massive trolls that are on the other side of things. We have everything to be proud of, not just some things, everything. Yes, Sheriff Balmer is in the house. Yep, there is a new sheriff in town. Y'all be careful now. Y'all be careful. She's got a wrench and she's not afraid to use it. Here's another image or two. Yeah. Good for you, Harry. Very good. Now, I just kind of found this probably minutes before I came on. I was like, that's interesting. Now, Pantone just dropped the 2026 color of the year. And all I can think of is Meghan Sussex at Paris Fashion Week. Looks like 2026 is going to be a bright one for the Duchess. Well, it is interesting that they have this person in this billowing pantsuit. Almost really puts you right back at the Balenciaga fashion show, doesn't it? So interesting. Now, what is Pantone? I don't know. I just came across. I guess I should see what that is before I start talking about it, huh? Oh, Pantone has to do with colors. Pantone USA Color Solution Trend Guide and Tools. I guess it's for decorating or whatever. Oh, and well, and I'm looking at it. There's that picture of the lady. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, there's that lady that you see here. That's what's on their website. Okay. Well, I learned something new today. I was this year's old when I found out. NPR is even talking about it. You read that white. Wait, you read that white. Pantone's 2026 color of the year is Cloud Dancer. I guess that's a shade of white. Depending on how you look at it, it could be colorless or a reflection of every color. All right. Every year since 1999, Pantone, widely considered the world's authority on color, has selected a shade it projects will represent and define the year ahead. A prediction of the upcoming year's global mood and culture. The chosen color sits at the forefront of Pantone's brand identity for the year, appearing in everything from commercials and Pantone branded merchandise to external brand and artist collaboration. Okay, now that's interesting, but who's Pantone? Anyway, from what I'm seeing here, it does not mention our Duchess at all. So I don't know. If they are wise, they better start talking about the Duchess of Sussex in a flattering manner. Otherwise, I'm going to lose interest. Because nobody wore white in 2025 like the Duchess of Sussex. Oh, the color for 2025 was Mocha Mousse. A shade of brown, Mocha Mousse. That was their color for 2025. So they're going from Mocha Mousse to white. Cloud Dancer White. Huh, interesting. And yet, the image that they use to promote their new color of the year just happens to look like Meghan at the Balenciaga fashion show. Interesting. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Let's see. So Justin Castilian, Pantone just dropped the 2026 color of the year, and all I could think of is Meghan Sussex at the Paris Fashion Week. Looks like 2020. Oh, I did that already, didn't I? Sorry about that. Yes, perfection. Absolute perfection. All right. So yesterday I said first contact, right? It appears that the first contact was not successful. Now, that may have changed, and perhaps we don't know about it, but there you have it. Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, is in intensive care. That's how it started, right? And that was reported by Carolyn Graham in the Philippines. Carolyn Graham, this mysterious, shady figure who seems to be right there on the, I guess, edge of things, right? On the peripherique, as they would say in Paris, right there on the outskirts, the peripherique. Somehow she's always present at the most interesting moments, like anytime there's something big happening for the Duchess of Sussex. Here she comes with some new story about Thomas Markle Sr., the shadiest dad in the world. So, Meghan's father fighting for life. Well, it seems like he's winning the battle. Dad's a fighter. That's what her ridiculous sister said. Dad is a fighter, among other things. Meg's message to Dad. Well, first they had to establish that there was actually a medical emergency, because with that lot, you never know. So, according to the Telegraph, the Duchess of Sussex father publicly appealed for her to call him after his leg was reportedly amputated during a life or death surgery. Now, that's interesting. As we keep hearing his leg, it was actually his foot. The Duchess of Sussex's estranged father has pleaded with her to make contact with him before he dies, after her email to him apparently went unseen. Thomas Markle, 81, begged Meghan to see him one more time before he died, after his leg was reportedly amputated below the knee during surgery to remove a blood clot. Again, is it the knee or was it a foot? Is it the knee or was it a foot? He said he dreamed of seeing Prince Harry and his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, before it's too late. No mention of any other family, just Harry, Archie, Lily, and of course, the Duchess of Sussex. The pair have not been in touch since 2018, following the fallout over staged paparazzi photos ahead of the Sussex's wedding. Which, by the way, I love the way that the tabloids frame it as he just made a little mistake. He was embarrassed because of how ridiculous and bumbling he appeared to most people in those dreaded paparazzi photos. You know, Thomas Markle leaving a convenience store, Thomas Markle leaving Kentucky Fried Chicken, Thomas Markle with a 6-pack of beer. He said he was embarrassed by those photos. He's not embarrassed to have these images of him from his hospital bed where he looks like, you know, hell, but he was embarrassed because someone saw him walking up the street with a beer. Anyway, the Telegraph understands the Duchess emailed her father Friday in an attempt to reach out. However, Mr. Markle told the Mail on Sunday he was confused by reports she had attempted to make contact, insisting he had not changed his number and had received no messages. It was claimed that the email was sent to an address he had not used for 5 years, but sources said it appeared to have been delivered and did not bounce back, meaning, of course, that the email is still active. If the email was shut down, of course, it would, come back as, that it was not able to transmit or whatever. Meghan's aides, that's the Duchess of Sussex to you, the Duchess of Sussex's aides have made it clear that if he is willing to share a different address, it will be forwarded on. So Tommy Boy made the comments from his hospital bed in the Philippines. Isn't that something? He didn't have a stroke, 2 heart attacks, and an amputation, and he will not shut up. It has not affected his ability to communicate in the least bit. A surgeon responsible for his care told the newspaper that the procedure to amputate his foot, now it's the foot, was a matter of life and death. Isn't that something? In the same article, it went from below the knee to a foot. Interesting. We had to remove the foot. Again, the foot. There was a massive blood clot in his thigh that had stopped circulation to his foot, not to his mouth, but to his foot. Nothing stops the circulation to his mouth. And anyway, it stopped the circulation to his foot and lower leg. It was life or death surgery. Had the infection in his foot, not his mouth, moved to his heart, it would have most likely have been fatal. And that's assuming that he has a heart. He is doing well, but he is not out of the woods yet. Of course not, because this whole thing is a flipping soap opera and it's never over, is it? It's never an ending to it. It's always a constant nagging crap show. Anyway, as reports of her father's ill health emerge, the Duchess of Sussex is said to have instructed aides to find out if they were correct before they contacted him by email. In other words, let's make sure this is not another one of those hoax. Her spokesman said on Friday evening, I can confirm she has reached out to her father. So Mr. Markle was said to be fighting for his life after collapsing at his home in Cebu in the Philippines, where he moved at the beginning of this year. He underwent emergency surgery, followed by a second operation to remove a blood clot, which was said to have resulted in his leg being amputated below the knee. Okay, so we're back to the below the knee and not the foot. Am I missing something here? Why is it the knee and then the foot and then below the knee again, and then we're back to the foot? I don't understand what I'm missing here. He underwent emergency surgery following a second operation to remove the blood clot, Okay, so there was one operation to remove his foot, possibly his leg beneath the knee. And then there was a second surgery. This was the second one to remove a blood clot, which was said to have resulted in his leg being amputated below the knee. They say Mr. Markle suffered 2 heart attacks on the eve of his daughter's wedding in 2018, which prevented him from flying to the UK. In his absence, the king, then Prince of Wales, gave Meghan away. No, actually, he walked Meghan halfway, and then Meghan walked herself to the altar. So there was no real giving away of anybody. Mr. Markle also said to have suffered a stroke. That's right, a stroke. So 2 heart attacks, a stroke, an amputation of the foot and possibly below the knee, and nothing has had an effect on his ability to speak. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing can stop him from talking. He just keeps talking and talking and talking and won't shut up. They said he was fighting for his life, but I promise you, he was able to tell Meghan I want to see her, and I want to see Archie and Lilibet, and I want to see Prince Harry. I've had a dream of Prince Harry. Like I said, it does not have an effect on his ability to speak. This man will not shut up. The Duke has never spoken to his father-in-law, that is, not in person. He has spoke to him on the phone. And Mr. Markle, who the hell wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because this is so inconsistent. Victoria Ward. Anyway, the Duke has never spoken to his father-in-law. We know that's inaccurate. Mr. Markle has never met his grandchildren, Prince Archie 6 and Princess Lilibet 4. Prince Harry wrote in his memoir Spare that the Duchess was mourning the loss of her father. But Mr. Markle retaliated, telling an Australian television program, she killed me and then mourned me, adding, I refuse to be buried by her. At this point, I'm convinced that this man is indestructible. And that's just the truth. I think he is virtually indestructible. In early May of 2018, shortly before his daughter's wedding, Mr. Markle, a retired television lighting director, made global headlines when it emerged that he had colluded with a photographer to sell stage paparazzi shots of his preparations. Despite the scandal, his invitation to the Windsor ceremony was not withdrawn. Okay, so again, that was Victoria Ward. That was a very shoddy and low grade, amateurish written article. It seemed to lack certain facts, but that is the what is that? The Telegraph. Tugboat Thomas. I love that when you say tugboat. Tugboat Thomas, the Goodyear blimp, is certainly doing a lot of talking to the media for a person who has supposedly fighting for his life. Yeah. He nothing has damaged his vocal cords, his ability to scheme and plot. Nothing has had the effect on that. And yet he maintains a relationship, whatever that relationship may be, with a reporter that is in bed. I'm sorry, embedded in the Philippines to follow his every move. You would think that he was one of the great thinkers of our age, that he has a 24-hour live-in reporter. You would really think that he was more important instead of a retired two-bid lighting director. You would think that he was actually someone who, I don't know, discovered the cure for a disease, or he worked for NASA. Um uh he has a Nobel Peace Prize, something to that effect, right? Like some, almost like he's a Henry Kissinger or something, you know what I mean? Not really a nice guy, but very famous for probably the worst possible reasons. So there he is in his hospital bed, looking quite alert for someone who has been to hell and back. Right? He looks quite. Look at that. See me before I die. See me before I die. And that horrible nasal tone. See me before I die. I mean, look at him. It almost seems as though he's ready to go home right now. And I'm convinced if he was in a U.S. hospital, they'd have sent him home already. He'd be out of the hospital. They would have sent him home probably around noon, whatever time it is there. Look at there. Quite alert. Quite alert. If you were to hold your finger up and said, "Can you follow my hand?" Easily. Would you like a Susie Q or a Twinkie, a ding dong, or a cupcake? Yes, please. How about a beer or some Kentucky Fried Chicken? Oh, do you have that with you? He'll be all right. Trust me, he'll be all right. Quite alert, all things considered. If I die tonight, do you think that Meghan will come to my funeral? Why drinking PG tips with Thomas Markle as his 19th floor Philippine apartment was rocked by an earthquake was the most surreal moment in my life, writes Carolyn Graham. Now, that was the 4th of October. The fact that you, a cheesy, two-bit, no good tabloid media reporter, is with the father of the Duchess of Sussex. The fact that you seem like you live there, I don't know if she does or if she doesn't, but it just seems like she lives there. It's interesting that he can have an emergency trip to the hospital and she's there. There's an earthquake and she's there. When is she not there? Here's some new pictures, you guys. Here are some new pictures. There's Thomas and Carolyn Graham, the daughter of Dixie. Or you can see here some old photos of Carolyn Graham posing with the Confederate flag. Gee, that's interesting. Posing with what I suppose is her mother. That's interesting. And of course, something we have come to expect, posing with Thomas Markle Sr. And posing with him again. Could you imagine what this must look like if you were Meghan, that a tabloid reporter seems to be everywhere your father is. This is the worst sort of harassment. This is the worst trolling that I've ever seen in my life. It really is. This is the worst trolling. Wide-ranging interview with Carolyn Graham near his home in Mexico. Mr. Markle reveals his anguish he feels at the thought of never seeing his daughter again. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. Every time I read that, I feel like I hear a cash register in the distance. I hear like a bank transaction taking place. Why is that? Why is it every time there's a mention of wanting to see his daughter or his grandchildren, why do I keep hearing cash registers, bank transactions? Huh? Why do I hear a bank vault opening and closing? Why is that? Why do I picture somebody glancing at their bank statement? Huh? Checking their balance. I mean, I would hate to think all of this has happened because someone has been plied with alcohol or cigarettes or Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, for what it's worth, I hope he's getting some money for all of this. I mean, what is the price nowadays for selling out your own daughter, for plotting against your own daughter? What is the price of that nowadays? I know the price that she has had to pay, but what are you getting out of it? What a disgusting human being. And as I said, one of the squaddies shared this yesterday, and I think it is quite appropriate. As a matter of fact, where is my little video with Thomas Markle Sr.? Where is that one at? Don't I have a video with Tommy Boy? I think I do. With Tugboat Thomas. Tugboat Tommy. Wait, do I? Oh my goodness. It's been so long. Well, let me try that one. You know, when Thomas Markle Jr. said that he went into his dad's house and he was going through it, which is what most people do when their father's in the hospital. You rush over to his house and then start going through it. When that happened, he said that he saw the Sussex squad and the Royal Sussex. I wonder if that was the video that was playing on the computer. Do you think? Do you think that watching a Royal Sussex video is what caused his father to have a setback? Was he like watching that and suddenly took ill or something? I always wondered about that. I guess I'm always going to have to wonder about that. Was it something that he saw on a Royal Sussex video that caused him harm? I don't know. Yes. Let's see here. Let's hear it from Tommy Jr.
Thomas, I wanted to ask you about these vile individuals who refer to themselves as the Sussex Squad.
So I come to my dad's house and start going through it, and I look on YouTube, and my God, I see the Sussex Squad and the Royal Sussex page on YouTube and the things they post, and that's where I found that disgusting video making fun of my father just because he's going to the Jubilee. I mean, and if you look on the Royal Sussex page on YouTube, you're going to see exactly whose it is. It's definitely Meghan Markle. And if it's not her personally, she's definitely paying somebody to do it.
Well, okay. That was a funny day, actually. That was quite surreal. Yeah, it was surreal to hear Thomas Markle Jr. quoting Royal Sussex. You guys know he always, I guess he links his videos to me for some reason. Like I want to see it. Yeah, when he was on YouTube, he kept linking his videos to me. Oh, that guy is creepy. Creepy. Anyway, that's enough of that family for now. The chocolate bars sold out in less than an hour. Oh, I don't even think it was an hour. I think it was okay. The dark chocolate and the milk chocolate sold out in about 15 minutes. The white chocolate bars were the last to go, and it was less than an hour. It was also very frustrating, but it was less than an hour. I was only able to get the white chocolate. The other ones were already gone. Oh, Richard Palmer. I never realized that pulling Christmas crackers was a British tradition. Meghan's Christmas special. I quite enjoyed watching this. Yeah, we don't have Christmas crackers. I mean, it's not a tradition in the US. So if you are from the UK, is that a thing in Canada? But we don't do the Christmas crackers. I ordered some just because of watching. Oh, you know what? Remember I said yesterday there was something I wanted to do because I watched the With Love Meghan. That was it. It was the Christmas crackers. They are available from several retailers, and you could actually make some like Meghan was doing. You can make your own, or you can buy them already kitted up and ready to go. So I think I got 6 of them coming, and I guess me and my family are going to sit there and do some Christmas crackers. So this will be a first. I'll let you know how it goes, but feel free to join me. You can go online and find them easily. I think just about all of the big retailers sell them, and probably some of the. I wonder if they have them at Party City and those kind of places. I'm sure they do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to see what's with the Christmas crackers. I do hope it's going to make that popping sound. It should. Let's see. That Palmer confirms himself that he is a Sussex stalker. Yeah, he does. He is a stalker for certain. In the journalistic sense, he is definitely a stalker. Okay, now the ones that I ordered, let me see what's inside of it. I literally just did that not long ago. Oh, mine has little miniature teddy bears. Christmas cracker. Oh, it says no snap. Oh, I didn't notice that until just now. I want the snap. It's got a snap. Oh, Lord. That means I'm going to have to order something else. This is starting to get expensive. Yeah, I definitely want something with a snap to it. I did not notice that until just now. Well, I'm glad I took another look at that. I wonder if it's too late to cancel it and try to find. Anyway, the ones that I ordered got little miniature teddy bears, little Christmas bears, which I think are adorable. So yeah, this will be the first time that I've ever had the Christmas crackers. I'm looking forward to it. No snap Christmas cracker. That doesn't sound like fun. That's not festive. It's got to have the snap. You know what? I will just make a snapping sound. How about that? I will just make a snapping sound. I'll download something to my phone and make a snapping sound myself. Because I'm not about to order something else. Oh, oh, you really have to be careful. I see that. Why didn't I notice that before? That is the whole point of it. You have to have the snap. No. That's not going to help. Anyway, what I'm looking at right here, it does have the hat and all that kind of stuff with it. It's got hats and little fun stuff. I want snaps though. Got to have the snap. Let me see. Had a Christmas lunch on a cruise on Sydney Harbor with my daughter. She lives in Central Australia, so it was our lunch. The crackers are loud and fun. Now, see, you just sold me on it. I have to have Christmas crackers. Thank you. Christmas crackers are useless. I'm sorry. Yeah, useless. The thing ends up down the table because nobody is interested in the tiny gift. I really want the snap though. I saw Meghan do that snap thing. That's what I want. I'm just gonna have to do some really deep research and find something that's really interesting. Now, I was looking for one that has like an African American theme for the Christmas cracker. And of course, nothing like that was available, which I'm not surprised. I mean, let's face it, we don't even really much enjoy the thing here in the U.S. So, yeah, I guess if I want the snap, I'm gonna have to buy the ones that you make yourself. I've never ordered anything from Etsy before, but I'm gonna do some shopping around because I gotta have the snap. I gotta have that snap, even if I have to put it together myself. I'm obsessed with the snap. Let me see. Thank you, Cookies and Cream. Please read the screen carefully. Everyone, please watch Meghan's holiday special if you haven't already. Please keep replaying it. Also, give it a good rating on Netflix. Let's help it. Let's help make it #1. Absolutely. See, I'm snapping. Oh, okay. That's a idea. Okay. Moving on. Oh, you guys, you got to hear this. I literally just found this before I came on. Every time I thought I was ready tonight, something else would come up, and something else would come up. And here's another something. This one, I think this came out about maybe 14 hours ago. Wait. Where is it? You know, I used to call her Piranha Face, but if she keeps doing this, maybe I'll stop doing that. But you know, I used to call Jeannie Bond Piranha Face. Because that is the most adult thing I could possibly do, is to call a journalist with years of experience in tabloid media. That is the most adult way of expressing myself, is to call her Piranha Face.
Well, it certainly hasn't been denied by Meghan's side, and that's something. So I think she probably has contacted her father or the hospital, possibly her half-brother, more likely the hospital, to pass on her good wishes, I imagine, to her father, who does seem to be very ill indeed. He's been in poor health for a long time, but now in intensive care and having his leg reportedly amputated. This does seem to have provoked a change of heart from Meghan.
Do you think that with relationships softening between Meghan Markle and her father, that perhaps there could be some sort of softening between Harry and the king? It seemed as though Meghan Markle, at some points, it felt as though Meghan Markle was almost trying to keep her husband away from his family. Perhaps now she's getting closer to her father again, her husband will too.
Meghan's Sussex, we must remember. She doesn't like being called Meghan Markle. And of course, she is still a Duchess. She's not a former Duchess. Whether this will have any impact on Harry and the King, no, I don't think so. But I think we should cut Meghan some slack here. I'm a bit tired of all the criticism of her. Families are complicated. We all know that. And the royal family is particularly complicated. She's put up with a lot from her father, you know, over the years. He has been selling his story to all sorts of outlets, giving media interviews, whether paid or not, when she has pleaded with him not to do so. She's also put up with a lot of verbal abuse from her half-brother and her half-sister, Thomas and Samantha. And she has chosen over recent years simply not to contact any of them. But I think she would have had to have a heart of stone not to, in the Americanese, reach out or try to contact her father in this health crisis. And she doesn't have a heart of stone, I don't think. She may be misguided, possibly, in talking all the time about the importance of family, importance of love, importance of harmony, and then not demonstrating that herself. But as I say, families are complicated and estrangements like this are delicate. Well, it certainly hasn't been denied by Meghan.
Okay. Well, good for you, Jeannie Bond. Keep that up, I say. Keep that up. I never thought I would do this for old Piranha Face, but here we go. So she said what she said. It makes a lot of sense. And cheers to Jeannie Bond. Yeah, I'm shocked. I don't know what. I have nothing to add to that. I don't have anything else. I'm just shocked. She is trending in the right direction, Jeannie Bond. I almost feel like she is trying to save the monarchy from itself or from themselves. She's being very reasonable in a profession that really does not have much of it where the Sussexes are concerned. I'm sure there are a lot of people who, because of, professional reasons, do not feel empowered enough to speak up in such a way. But because she's been at it for so long, and I do believe she realized that if the monarchy continues on the path that it's on, there won't be much of a monarchy. And not just because of Meghan, but because they are making some very stupid decisions. There is no Lord Louis Mountbatten or anyone else like a Winston Churchill. And listen, I don't think either one of those people are in any way special when it comes to their character. Winston Churchill had a great deal of shortcomings, including the idea that he may have caused a famine, a genocide. Also, Louis Mountbatten, I don't even need to tell you what he had been up to. But the reason why I mentioned them is because they were able to speak to the monarchy in a way that most people cannot. And I'm afraid there's no one like I think the last time that someone actually spoke truth to power or gave an honest assessment to the monarchy, that was Tony Blair. And he has had to fall from grace ever since. But Tony Blair was able to reason with those people in a way that no one else has been able to since. So I doubt if Jeannie Bond will be the one who changes the monarchy, but I don't think she wants to watch it disappear. She's not interested in seeing this part of their history decline. As I've said so many times, I have plenty respect for people that are monarchists. I respect people that are royalists. I respect the people that are proud of that part of their history. It's the only thing that a lot of people have ever known. And the idea that it's not there scares people. The idea that it may disappear seems worrisome. And I can understand that. I mean, I almost had a meltdown because they changed the taste of Coke. I thought I was going to lose my mind because Cadillac started making those little short body cars instead of the big boats, those kind of things. So if I feel that way about consumer products, I can imagine what a person would feel about the monarchy if that is the system they have grown up in. Of course, I took to my bed for a couple of days when January 6th happened because I found that rather traumatic, seeing the government under attack, seeing the United States Capitol under siege. So Even though I don't care if the monarchy disappeared tomorrow, I really don't care at this point. I do respect people who find the monarchy vital and important, but I will never choose the monarchy over the Duchess of Sussex ever. That is not going to happen. There's no mechanism to make me choose that archaic institution over the Duchess of Sussex. But again, I respect the people. I respect their opinions when it comes to the monarchy. But to me, the monarchy has proven to be a fantasy, a fairy tale. It is nothing like I thought it was. It is, I think it's just one of the worst ways to raise children. I think it's a ridiculous way to govern a country where you give all of this privilege to one family and one family only just because. Nope. I can never, ever see it the same way again. Ever. Knowing everything that I know now, I just do not have any great respect for that institution. Do I enjoy touring a castle or a cathedral? Do I enjoy watching The Crown? Absolutely. Do I care if the monarchy is under threat? Not in the least. Good riddance. Yep, good riddance. So, let me see. They talk one-sided. Thomas Markle didn't give birth to Meghan. Doria did with support of mother and other relatives. I hated it when they talk like Markle are the only family that matters. Yeah, and as we have said so many times, it's interesting how people thought that the black side of Meghan's family were going to be the ones who were trying to come up financially. They would be the ones that would embarrass the Duchess of Sussex. And it turns out that it's actually her father's side of the family, the white side of the family, that seems to have misunderstood the assignment. They had an assignment of their own in mind. They got their marching orders from the Daily Mail and from the Jason Knopfs, and among other people. So, this in no way should be taken as a blanketed approval of any of the royal reporters. Not Richard Palmer, not Jeannie Bond, any of those people. Because we all know what they're capable of, right? But at the same time, you have to pick and choose your battles because those people are not going anywhere. One could only hope that logic and fair play will win the day. One could only hope. One should pray for that. But we know what they're capable of. We saw a great example of that with Princess Diana. They were trashing her until the moment they heard that she died. And then all of a sudden, there came the praise and admiration. And then when it seemed safe, they went right back to it. Well, she knew the game that she was playing. She was in cahoots with the press. and so on and so on and so on. That's who the media actually is. That's who they are. So, moving on. Pippa, Beatrice, Eugenie. What's it all about? What's it all about, Pippa? Is it just for the moment we live? And if life is just is all because you didn't show up, Pippa. And if invitations are declined, Pippa, is it just because you have no behind? Okay, anyway, what's it all about, Pippa? Pippa didn't show up. Yes, Pippa didn't show up. Beatrice and Eugenie did not show up. So it says here on Feminagra, it says Kate Middleton returned to Westminster Abbey for the Together at Christmas service, a project now shaped as her signature public moment for the year. It's actually the most work that she'll do any given year. The cameras captured a polished scene that centered her family and a carefully curated guest list. Yet the event also revealed who chose not to appear, and those absences cut through the serenade of praise around the Princess of Wales. Pippa Middleton stayed away. Beatrice and Eugenie declined their invitation. Each decision came with polite language, though their absence stood out against a narrative that relied on displays of unity. The most striking pattern came from the silence around Kate's own circle, which contrasts sharply with the intense public speculation pushed toward Meghan Sussex in the same news cycle. Pippa Middleton's absence fueled growing questions. Pippa Middleton's decision not to attend the carol service drew interest, especially given the close relationship with her sister and her usual presence at family moments. Her absence follows a year in which she kept her distance from Kate's high-profile event. She did not join her at Wimbledon despite her long association with the tournament. She was not photographed on a yacht while she was photographed on the yacht, I should say, while Kate recovered from that surgery, that so-called surgery for precancerous cells. These details sit in the public record and build a picture that invites reasonable scrutiny. I like the unreasonable scrutiny. It's more interesting. Oh, how did I miss this? There's a picture of a very muscular Pippa Middleton diving into the water. How did I miss that? I got to show it to you. It kind of reminds me of that song by Aretha Franklin. Ain't no but, ain't no but, ain't no but, ain't no but. She ain't got no but. Okay, here we go. There, you see it? There's a very muscular Pippa Middleton flaunts her toned physique as she enjoys beach day with her husband, James, and 3 children during Caribbean getaway. By the way, one of the children's name is Rose. She named her daughter Rose. We hear you, Pippa. We hear you. All right. So there you go. There's Pippa taking the dive. So Pippa's vacation and James skis while Kate recovers highlights the family's striking distance. Royal commentators often urge restraint when discussing Middleton family matters. However, that restraint disappears when the topic involves Meghan's family. Large social accounts speculated freely about Meghan's relationship with her father. On the same day, they dismissed questions about Pippa's absence as unfair. The contrast exposes a selective standard that shields Kate from the typical commentary routinely placed on other royal women. Pippa's empty seat gained more weight because of the silence around it. Ain't no but, ain't no but. She ain't got no but, ain't no but. Okay, so also I should say again that the most read article on the BBC was that of Meghan reaches out to her estranged father after amputation reports. In spite of everything that they tried to do to make this Christmas thing important, Catherine was all the way down to number 6 in terms of the most widely read stories at the BBC. So the York sisters declined Kate's invitation. They sure did. Beatrice and Eugenie was like, no way. We're not showing up there. Let me see here. I'm trying to find that article with Beatrice and Eugenie. Where is Beatrice and Eugenie? Was it the 3rd of December, maybe? I think it was the 3rd. Let me see here. Yes, I think it was the 3rd. Beatrice and Eugenie, where are you hiding, ladies? Where are you hiding? Oh, well, I guess it's not so important. I just wanted to throw their picture up there for effect, but it doesn't seem so necessary now that I think about it. Okay, so we'll skip it. Yeah, we'll skip that one then. All right, so let me get back to where I was here. Now, so Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie chose not to attend the carol service, even after reports that the Princess of Wales reached out to them directly. Their father remains under renewed scrutiny, which made their presence valuable to the royal household, eager to project steadiness. The Daily Mail noted that both sisters felt touched to be invited, yet their decision not to appear shaped the evening in a noticeable way. Okay. Eugenia Eugenie later shared a polite message supporting the event. Her words were warm and avoided any explanation for the absence, which placed her and her sister at a measured distance. The gesture functioned as courtesy rather than a sign of close involvement. King Charles and Queen Camilla, the Queen consort, also stayed away, which left the Princess of Wales without senior backing at an event designed to showcase connection. A service built to highlight unity instead revealed how uneven that support can be, even for a carefully managed royal engagement. Oh, you know what? I just remembered too. Didn't Camilla give Kate a little peck on the cheek? I think she probably did that just so that it would seem like, oh, girl, you know we close. You know we close. Knowing that she didn't plan to show up anyway. That way Camilla don't look shady. You know what I mean? So if I give Kate a little air kiss, I give William a little air kiss, then it seems like I wasn't being shady. Then it just seems like, oh, well, I had to take care of Charles. You see there? Little air kiss for Kate and Willie. That way it doesn't seem so shady when she didn't show up. When they cheerfully declined the offer to attend. Must admit, that is clever. That is very clever. Now, that's how you get out of something. You appear to be very supportive before you're not, right? Okay. All righty then. So the carol service leaned heavily on celebrity presence, from Kate Winslet to Chidowell I can never say his name. Chiwetel, enjoy for, enjoy, that black guy. The event filled the Abbey with performers, sports figures, public servants. Kate's own parents attend, along with James Middleton and his wife. This mix formed. I wonder if he brought his dog too. This formed a strong visual backdrop for cameras and an appealing frame for ITV's Christmas Eve broadcast. The scene worked well for a royal household eager to present the Princess of Wales as a steady cultural figure. The absence of key family members still lingered. A project built around a theme of togetherness relies on the idea that the princess gathers people around her. When figures in her immediate and extended family chose not to attend, attention naturally shifts to the relationship beneath the surface. The palace often depends on the appearance of unity, like when Camilla comes in, gives you an air kiss. When that appearance weakens, the public takes note, even when coverage attempts to steer the focus elsewhere. Eugene Levy was there. Remember the guy, Eugene Levy, the guy that interviewed William when he came rolling up on that scooter? He was there. And you know what? When he shook hands with Kate, he was sitting down and Kate refused to let his hand go. So eventually he had to stand up. If she hadn't extended her hand, he was just going to say hi. But I guess he was under pressure to show some kind of deference to somebody who can barely even appear herself. But you know how that goes. it's Kate's one night of work a year, so you got to do something. Anyway, I just thought it was fair that we reach out to Kensington Palace for comment. Let's see what Kate Middleton has to say about that.
You'll face the daily challenge of finding the balance between profitability and having a positive impact.
What?
Readers, you'll face the daily challenge of finding the balance between profitability and having a positive impact.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's what she meant to say. You'll find the balance between profitability and something else she said. Okay. Oh, check this out, you guys. What a fun picture this is. There's Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's what's his name? Married to Demi Moore. Die Hard. There's Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, Jason Statham, what's his name? The Rock, and of course, Denzel Washington. Bruce Willis. There you go, Bruce Willis. That's a fun picture. I wonder who brought the potato salad. Prince William plans to take son George to help the homeless at London's Centrepoint charity 20 years after becoming patron, having visited as a child with Princess Diana. Isn't that something? He's going to take his son to the place that he learned of from his mother, a place where he learned to sleep rough with a black man. That was the place where William first slept rough with a black man. That was because of Centrepoint. And there he is with said black man, the one he slept rough with. Yes, that is where he first learned to sleep rough with a black man. And there he is, not long after he himself was able to go there on his own and speak directly to a black man. That's him speaking to a black man. So, my friend Prince William is no racist. Prince William reminds us that he once slept rough. That he once slept with a black man, and that should prove he's not a racist. Seyo Abokin has known Prince William for more than 10 years and once slept rough with him. He speaks about their enduring friendship. So there you go. I'm sure that this is one of the highlights of his career as a future king. That is something that he will be remembered for, is sleeping rough with a black man. I know. How rough was it? It was so rough. And remember that lady at the bottom there? Once you go back black, you can never go back. Once you go black, you can never go back. William was so excited with his newfound black identity that he went and got a high top fade so he could identify better with the plight of a black man. Yeah, he himself decided, you know what? I think I understand those people better. And out of solidarity, I am going to get a high top fade. So there he is, posing with a black man wearing a big chain with a high top fade. Now that's what I call cultural appropriation. Or is it racial appropriation? Whatever it is, he is doing his best to fit in. He's just one of the people. Just another black man, nothing to look at here. Show enough. Did you guys just hear thunder? Did you guys just hear the crack of thunder and lightning? I mean, when you look at those two, I was stopped in my tracks earlier today while I was prepping. I have to say that there is something so sinister about Kate Middleton. I really cannot put my finger on it. I think that, no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I believe that Kate Middleton is a very, very shady figure in the Windsor household. What bothers me is that more people do not see her for what she really is. Plotting, scheming, diabolical. By the way, this is out of place. James, Michael, and Carol Middleton pictured at Carol's service, but Pippa absent. That should have been earlier, but it's out of place. And then it started to make sense. Kate Middleton really is a Disney villain. So hear me out. She is a Disney villain. She is that peasant girl who somehow became a princess. I don't know if her demeanor, her attitude, I guess her presence has taken on a wicked witch, sorceress type of identity, or is that just who she's always been? I believe that the Kate Middleton who waited 10 years, I would be embarrassed. I think most people would be embarrassed that for 10 years you have been strung along. For 10 years, you've had to wait for someone to make up their mind. And then, as if you're not already exposing yourself as being low class, you cheerfully accept the proposal of marriage. At that point, nobody else was interested in William. And I do mean no one. Every time William broke up with Kate, he was sending the signal, I'm available. There's nothing serious about that relationship. I am holding out for an aristocrat. But there was no one to take him up on it. No one wanted what William had to offer. And I'm pretty sure that there are some people, some families, some women out there that have happy, fulfilled lives that are relieved that they did not marry Prince William. Their lives would have been chaotic. They would have been the ones to have disappeared for 172 days, not Kate. She has a very, very shady aura. Look at that. I think one of the reasons why she conducts herself in such a kind of, how do I want to say it? It's very, all the laughing and smiling and grinning, almost like a psychopath or something. And then in those unguarded moments, you see the real Kate Middleton. The problem with Kate is that she has no skills that makes a royal. Lack of speech skills, accent does not make sense, no charisma, cannot do a proper professional interview, and definitely not a people person. Comparing her to individuals like Queen Rania and Princess Amira, whose speeches and interviews are phenomenal. She's a truly incompetent embarrassment. And then they go on to say, girl, don't sign up for a job you cannot fulfill. And maybe that's why there's so many nervous tics. Maybe that's why she has that awful appearance, those unguarded moments when she looks like she is on the verge of collapse, followed by laughter and grinning. She don't want to be there. She only wants to go to Wimbledon. I don't even think she's that interested in A Christmas Carol. She doesn't care about that. She's not a very religious person, and she doesn't give a toss about other people's children. She really doesn't. When Kate supposedly, allegedly had cancer or precancerous cells, you would think that the first thing she would do is to try to make a difference by advocating for like the Cancer Society or something like that. Go on an information campaign, do public service announcements. I think I can count on one hand how many times Kate involved herself with the care or concern of cancer. I think she visited a hospital maybe 3 or 4 times. And as you can see, there's nobody falling over themselves to name anything. The Cancer Ward for Kate Middleton, the Cancer Society, Kate Middleton, nothing. Because they know how disingenuous she is. They know that she is not going to help with fundraising. She's barely present for her family. She is barely present for her family. The job that she wanted so much, to be the Princess of Wales, she wanted that so desperately, she barely shows up. The only thing that I hope is that one day they will stop projecting her personality onto the Duchess of Sussex. Kate is the one who is aloof. Kate is the one who doesn't have any friends. That's Kate Middleton. Kate is the one who is the yacht girl. All of these tropes that they try to lay upon the Duchess of Sussex, they're really talking about Kate Middleton through and through. And her co-conspirator, her partner in wine, because they're always whining about something, or whinging, as they say in the UK, her partner in whinge, and that, of course, is William Parker Bowles, Willie boy. That is the future of the monarchy. That is why someone like Jeannie Bond has been speaking up. That is why there are so many people who seriously want Prince Harry's involvement. Because after Prince Harry, there is nobody to speak to him. There's no one to appeal to his better judgment. Nobody. He doesn't even listen to his father now, and his father is the king. They show up for the first coronation in 70 years. What is supposed to be a joyous occasion, an opportunity to renew Britain. Days before the coronation, all he talked about is what's going to happen when I'm king. I'm going to be king with a small r. He wasn't the least bit excited for his father. As a matter of fact, he almost did not even wear the cape that he's wearing there. He did not want to. They had to talk him into it. I don't know why people do not see what I see. I don't know why people don't see what you all see. They seem to have created this characterization of Kate that loves children, that loves Britain, that loves nature. That's a crock of crap too. She don't give a nothing about nature. She don't care anything about that. She don't care about anything. All she cares about is Wimbledon. I don't even think she cares about clothes that much. That's why most of the clothes that she wear, that's why it looks like it doesn't fit properly, because she's not interested. She is not interested in doing the work. She only wanted the title. She only wanted to fulfill her mother's dreams of climbing the social ladder. She really is a Disney villain. And in her own way, I am more than certain that she has struck out against people for little or no reason, with very little provocation. Beatrice and Eugenie, they never want to be around her. She never did reach out to them in friendship. She never reached out to the Duchess of Sussex in friendship. Pretty much, she does not tolerate other women, not even her sister Pippa, which is why Pippa is not there and may never return. Right there, you can see the real Kate Middleton. Not enough? How about that? That's the real Kate Middleton, plotting and scheming. She has been depicted like that before, where people underestimate her contribution. What she does is very subtle. It's mostly not verbal. You probably know that. It's not very verbal. But there's long game, and then there's the long game. And both people in that picture have played the long game. And while they try to make Harry out to be the dumb one, Charles and Willie, those are two of the dumbest people that have ever drawn a breath, two of the dumbest people that have ever lived, two of the dumbest people that have ever been a prince and king. They really are. They are the worst. Charles is a horrible father. I'll give this much. I'm pretty sure that when William is present, when he is present for his family, I'm sure he's great with the kids. And I'm sure that when Kate is present for her family, I'm sure she's great with the kids. But I also believe that the two of them are teaching their kids some pretty interesting things about what it means to be a man or to be a woman, how you move about in this world, how you treat other people. And those kids know. They know. That's why when we saw Auntie Sophie staring down Meghan, you could see it in Charlotte's eyes, trying to figure out what is going on here. Why is she looking at Aunt Meghan like that? Because Sophie's another one. Sophie has her own ambitions, but the thing is, Sophie ain't got no place to go. Sophie will be a big nobody for the rest of her life. Sophie's life is so pathetic. She's going to spend the rest of her life following the dum-dum. I mean, at best, Kate Middleton is a very shady individual. At worst, she's an imbecile and a shady. She is an imbecile. She's not that bright, but clever and scheming. Yeah, she's got all that. She's all of that. I just cannot understand how so many people do not see that. They actually believe this characterization that the tabloid media has created. Applauding her for putting her hair up without a tie. Applauding her for destroying a pancake. Applauding her for just about anything. She has a very, very low bar. And again, if I was her, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed at the things that they use to try to big me up. The work that she does, she has no interest in that. She doesn't care. I don't know what she cares about other than her children. But most things, the children and Wimbledon, she does not care. There's a lot of people who would love to be in that position because they could use that platform to help people. But not her. She only uses that platform to help herself. Let me see. Now, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. See what I mean? Like night and day. This is the projection. Well, not the projection, but this is the character that the tabloid shares with most people. Smiling, laughing, grinning, slightly psycho Kate. The woman who was missing for 172 days, and the people who supposedly love and respect her didn't even bother to figure out where she was. The people like myself who have been hypercritical of Kate seem to be the only ones concerned about her. And I was genuinely concerned. I thought the worst possible thing had happened to her. And I was concerned by that. I was concerned that those children had lost their mother the way that Harry and his brother lost their mother. Well, it turns out it was part of some scheme to negotiate a marital contract. It was part of some scheme for the future of her mother and father's place in the family. Whatever it was some kind of plot. I don't think it was illness that kept her away. I think it was part of a greater scheme. Did it pay off? I don't know. But on the other side of that, she comes out dressed like My Fair Lady after a couple of AI videos and body doubles, however they did it. And the so-called media, they don't even dare ask about it. They know something wasn't right, but they don't even dare ask about it. Physically present, mentally absent. That's what one of the squatties wrote. Physically present, mentally absent. To detached from her position. That's what she is. She is detached from her position. The woman who had bandages on her hands, and I promise you, if you Google Kate Middleton bandage, Google that and see how many pictures come up. The woman who appeared more times than I could imagine with bandages on her hands, on her fingers, disappeared for 172 days without one single confirmed sighting. And nobody cared enough to say, where is she? This night, I still think something happened that night. William gave her a kiss on the hand. Then it was William gave her an air kiss on the hand. Look at her face. You know something's not right. And all she's wondering is, did anybody see it? We don't even know 100% certain what we were looking at, but it certainly wasn't a kiss on the hand. It wasn't that. And her wig is not big enough to completely conceal whatever happened, but whatever it was, they got away with it. Whether it was something they sniffed, whether it was something they drank, whatever it was, they got away with it. The Queen, not the most sympathetic character in the world, but she knew. Queen Elizabeth knew that Kate Middleton was a big dud, that in the long run, she was not suitable to ever be queen. Had Queen Elizabeth invested more time with her children than she had with being queen, traveling the world trying to project power in a dying empire, then perhaps things would have worked out better. Perhaps Charles would not have lured Lady Diana Spencer into this nightmare. Perhaps William would have actually had a real relationship with the Queen, but he did not. He didn't spend any time with her. Once he was old enough to say no, which started when he was a teenager, he didn't spend much time with her. He doesn't spend time with his father. The courtiers define William's reign. They are going to define his reign, not his grandmother and not his father. As you can see here, the Queen was so taken back by Kate Middleton's appearance. Lacking any type of real dignity, she comes out there looking like a flight attendant for some Eastern European airline, an airline that started in the Soviet Union. She looked like somebody who was flying Bolsheviks around. And then when she sat down, her skirt went up. And what happens? The press praises her for that because the bar is so freaking low. It is so low. That whole Middleton family, they're just as trashy as they could possibly be. And that's the future of the monarchy. Queen Elizabeth was so upset by Harry and Meghan. No, this is what kept her up at night. Camilla, Kate. The only thing that gave her peace of mind was probably Andrew. That was the only one she could tolerate. The rest of them, she did well, and Princess Anne, I think they were close. But the rest of them, not much. Everything the Queen worked for is circling the drain. Everything. Kate Middleton is so lacking. I'm going to say lacking. I don't want to say anything else. That she believed the best way to impress people was to show her legs. She couldn't very well show her behind like she used to. That would really be going too far. And even now, she wants to impress people, men, by showing her legs. It wasn't until she was about 40 that she finally realized that that was inappropriate. But she was over 30 years old walking around with her dress blowing up over her head. And that was deliberate. Don't think for a second that Kate Middleton just did not understand the law of physics. Her dress flew over her head because she wanted it to. That was not by mistake, that was by design. And it happened again and again and again. And because the bar is so low, the press just laughed. They encouraged everybody else to laugh. And the only reason why that happened is because there's something missing. She's not that bright. She doesn't have a whole lot of sense. She has no sense of purpose or history. The only purpose she knows is get me to Wimbledon. That is not a child sitting there. That is a 30-something-year-old woman. And that is what the Queen was thinking about when she took her last breath. Charles, Camilla, William, Kate. And what's going to happen to the monarchy? I promise you that I know that had to be her last thoughts. Was God help the monarchy? They're going to need it. The anti-Christmas carol, when nobody wants to be around you. Zandy Sussex says, so much for the anti-Christmas carol showcasing love. All it really showed is what Willie and Kate Macbeth are so unpleasant that nobody wants to be around them. Not the Windsors, not her sister, not the Spencers. His future reign is shaping up to be a very lonely one. Someone else shared, $500 million a year. That's how much they cost us. It's time for that to end. Abolish the monarchy. And with that, folks, guess what? I am done. I told you to be about 2 hours, but I'm going to stick around and look at your last comments. And thank you for allowing me to share my feelings about that dim-witted Kate Middleton and her even worse husband. Disney villain. I'm telling you, Disney villain. Both of them. Both of them. The first coronation in 70 years, and they show up with a chip on their shoulders. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They were late because they were filming a video. That was more important than anything else in the world, was to film a video so that we can hurry up and load it to social media. Leaving his father sitting in the carriage, waiting in the rain. Thank you very much, Heather Stroud. Thank you so much for being here. Again, you guys, I am done. So, yes, they are very disrespectful. They are very disrespectful. Always just keep missing barren lives. What? You weren't here? We've been on for 2 hours. Thank you very much. Hazel, have you just gotten here? I didn't see you. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. You know, until we know better, Connie Balmer, until we know better. You know, it was December the 23rd. That was the last, was it the 23rd? The last time we saw Kate was Christmas Day, right? And then we didn't see her again until, confirmed sighting was at the Trooping the Colors. 172 days absence. We're going to do another members only. I'm going to line up everything, and we'll go through the timeline. And just as an exercise, we'll do that again one day. That'll be interesting now. Oh, you just woke up? Oh, that's understandable. I have no idea what time zone you're in. Are you in Europe? Let's see. Is that poor old the Duke of Kent ball head over George's shoulder? Oh, I don't know. I didn't zip past it already, haven't I? Oh, you guys, I promise you, if there's anything that I want to see, I want to see that Will and Kate exposed for who they really are. That is the one that I'm waiting for. The least little bit of criticism, and they're ready to sue somebody. Again, projection. What they accused the Sussexes of is exactly who they are. I really cannot stand the fact that a gentle spirit like Meghan is constantly criticized while they give somebody like Kate Middleton a free pass. I cannot stand it. Oh, you're in Chicago. Okay. Cheers. Yeah, I was just, for whatever reason, I just took a good look at Kate, and I'm just like, why do they not see her for who she really is? Why are they heaping praise on someone who does not even care about working? I mean, it's like you would think that someone would say, there are so many people out there that's really struggling right now. And I have such a life of privilege. The very least I could do is to do my basic work, to do what I signed up for. She doesn't do it because she doesn't have to. She won't do it because she doesn't care. But yet, she's the one who is the recipient of all the praise, as if she's actually doing the work. And I just cannot stand it. What'd you say? It is in the contract. She's like a flat Stanley, not much there. Cruella DeVille from 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, she encapsulates every Disney villain, including the guys. She is the ultimate Disney villain. She has actually, the older she gets, the more she looks like a Disney villain. Yeah. Oh, I cannot stand it, you guys. They give Harry and Meghan such a hard time. And they just give these two a free pass. A free pass. I don't know who put that picture. I think it was Zandy Sussex, maybe, or was it Sussex Soldier? The picture on the left side, they put that picture together. That is what started this rant. I looked at that picture and then I just started digging through what I had and finding stuff. I'm just like, I got to get this off my chest. I got to get this off my chest. You ought to see some of the Deranger accounts, the way that they praise her. You ought to see it. I mean, you shouldn't see it, but it's incredible the way that they praise her. Just imagine if she was actually anything like they would want you to believe, how much they would say about her. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. It just bothers me so much. I'm like, do you not see this person? Do you not see who she really is? I mean, are people so blind with hatred that they do not see any of this? In order for her to stand up tall, that means that the tabloid media has have to do everything that they can to undermine Meghan. They have literally used Meghan as a means to prop her up by giving someone to contrast, to create some type of character that does not exist. That Kate Middleton that they're praising does not exist. You know what? Matter of Fact actually did a video about that, where she talked about Kate Middleton's tiara and how much anxiety she had, wondering when it was going to slide off of her head. The thing is, according to Matter of Fact, those tiaras are made for an updo. But Kate Middleton is so insecure, she believes that it's more youthful to wear her hair down. If she can just frame her face, then she will appear younger. But it really should be an updo, especially when you're wearing a tiara. You should have your hair up. But she won't do that because it's two things that Kate has been known for: her legs and her hair. No matter whose hair it is, that is the two things that people talk about, is her legs and her hair. They don't talk about her work ethic. They don't quote any speeches that she's given, none of that stuff. It is her hair and her legs. That is what brought her to the royal family, was her hair and her legs. Not her intellect, not her her work ethic. And she's certainly not an example to other women, at least of all young women. Do you know that there is not a group of young girls out there that have any type of Kate Middleton fan club? It does not exist. You don't have a group of women out there that would travel to another city just so that they could see Kate Middleton. Now, I believe when the Sussexes went on the Oceania tour, there was someone in the crowd that Meghan recognized from social media. Every time they went out in the UK, there was always some young woman there, or two or three, that knew each other from the Instagram. And certainly, Meghan knows quite a few of them from the Instagram. People who have followed her for a very long time. There are so many women out there that identify with Meghan, young girls that identify with Meghan. Whenever they go to a school or any group of young people, they rush to Meghan. There's nothing like that exists for Kate Middleton. Nothing. I am so sure of it. Nothing. You do not see a group of women, a group of young girls that appear when Kate appears. It does not happen. You know what? Let me see if I can find that. When they went, it was the Christmas Carol. Let me see if I can find that. I did save the link. I got to see if I can find it. There was no crowd. Oh my goodness. Do I have it? Yeah. Let me see if I can. Okay, I'm going to share this with you. You won't believe it. There was the people in the background at the Christmas Carol. They did not give a rat's behind that family was there. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. Give me just a second. I will prove it to you. Even I'm shocked by this. Okay. And yet they heap praise on these two misfits. Monarchy killers. They're going to destroy the British monarchy. Oh, uh-oh. What happened to it? Oh, Lord. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, here we go. Do you see the barriers back there? Can you guys see the barriers? Take a look. Do you see the barriers? Do you see anybody standing at the barriers? Are those just people going about their business? Look at the people in the background. This is Westminster Abbey. That is the Duke and the Prince and Princess of Wales and their children. Nobody's interested and nobody cares. Look at that. Though the gates are right there. The gates are right there. You can stop and wave. You could shout to them. Let's hear the shouts. Let's hear it. Hold on a second. Let's hear people shouting their name. Did you hear it? Did you hear anybody shout, Catherine, Kate, William? Did you hear it? Did anybody hear anything? I heard a whistle. I heard the murmur of reporters. Yes, and I heard some go, Patine. Where is the crowd? I mean, seriously, this is who they are uplifting, who they are celebrating. Now, at the very least, if Harry and Meghan had not ran for their lives, there would be a crowd. There would be a crowd. But because the Sussexes were driven away, there's no crowd. And there is no tabloid British reporter that is going to even mention this. They could pretend like the crowd, they were booing Trump's name at the Stephen Colbert show. They will pretend that they were booing Harry, but nobody is going to admit that there was no crowd and no well-wishers at this function. Nobody has the courage to say it. No one is interested and nobody cares. They have no real fans. The only people that look up to them are people that have racist tendencies that cannot abide this idea that a Black woman is married into the royal family. Those are the only people that look at them. They look at them to say thank you for not being her. Not that she's done anything, but she just doesn't represent our values. Nobody. Look at the gates back there. Look at the gates. Even if there were people on the other side, I bet you there's more reporters there than there are well-wishers. My God. And that is what you get for £500 million a year. I'm shocked. I really am. I am shocked. I'm not just saying that. I am shocked. I am shocked. It is just inconceivable that someone with a platform like Kate Middleton, like William Parker Bowles, it is inconceivable that nobody is there to greet them. Everybody who's there is either on the inside or they're outside taking pictures. Earthshot this is going to be just like the Super Bowl. This is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be a Super Bowl moment. No, you know what it is? It's a family of 4 on their way to Tesco's to grab some takeaway. A baby in a pram, the pubescent brother, and of course, mom and dad. And that's it. There's reporters and there's security. Maybe the occasional courtier. But one thing that's not there is a crowd. Because nobody cares. They are so uninteresting. Wasn't it Carol Malone who said, if you cobbled together both of their personalities, you would not even have a whole person? And it just sickens me. It sickens me that they constantly target Harry and Meghan. They do everything they can to tear them down while they uplift those 2 misfits, the heretic and his wife. I cannot tell you how frustrated I am. I think you have an idea, though. This just bothers me. Day after day, week after week, month after month. Oh, William and Kate this, William that. And there's a crowd of well-wishers not to support them. If it wasn't for the staff of manipulators that they hired at Kensington Palace, if it wasn't for those people, they'd be even worse off. Because if left to their own devices, they certainly wouldn't do anything to improve their position. They wouldn't do anything to improve their public image. And those poor children, heads down, hearts broken, being dragged along when they should be out with their friends. They should be doing other things. But instead, we have to go to Westminster Abbey, the vertical cemetery. There's people buried in the floors, buried in the walls. You can't even go to the bathroom without stepping on a grave. Anyway, I hold out hope. Listen, I don't hate those 2 people. I do not hate them. But I'm just tired of them being uplifted. I cannot stand the fact that there are people who are trying to gaslight us into believing that they are worth anybody's time of day, because they are not. They don't stand for anything. They don't care about anything. The only thing that William cares about is competing against Harry. The only thing that she cares about is that William wants to compete against Harry and Meghan. No crowd, no charisma, no purpose. They have absolutely no purpose. Rebecca English tried to prepare everyone for Kate to be a part-time royal. She said she may never come back. Well, she's just going to take things day by day. She's not going to rush anything. The children come first. The truth is, she's not competent enough to show up most days. It takes a lot to get Kate Middleton out the house. A lot. And that's why I said in the fall of 2023, when Will and Kate were everywhere trying to prove to people that those things that Omid Scobie said were not true. And what did I say? I said, don't worry, y'all. It's not sustainable. She's not going to be able to do this for long. And what happened? She disappeared for 172 days. I certainly didn't see that coming. But nonetheless, I did say it. I said it's unsustainable. Kate doesn't have enough grit. She doesn't have enough ability to maintain a full schedule. So she did a handful of occasions and disappeared for 6 months. And really, it took about 3 months before people noticed. It took about 3 months before people noticed. And the only reason why people noticed is because people kept saying, where's Kate Middleton? Where's Kate Middleton? That's how the world noticed. That was the height of her popularity since the wedding day. Since their wedding day, that was the very height of Kate Middleton's personality, was when she was missing. When she became the butt of a joke. That's when she became popular. And that was so short-lived, and people were so unconcerned that when she came back and said, well, you know, it was a precancerous, everybody checked out. Nobody cared after that. And since then, they keep trying to build up this anticipation. They keep trying to build up these big moments when Kate is going to make an appearance and all will be well in the kingdom. Nobody cares. Look at this appearance. Does it look like people are excited that they're there? And this is going to be the worst year for the Christmas Carol. I promise you. It is going to be the worst. If you think they were lacking an audience last year, wait till this one comes up. This is just a way to close out the year so that people will pretend like she's actually done something. It was understood that Kate Middleton was lazy before the wedding. It was understood that she was lazy after the wedding, in between the children. They came up with a clever thing about morning sickness. One of those things that, you know, is so abstract that it doesn't really register, right? And then, of course, when they said, oh, write an article, Catherine the Great. What happened? They used that as an opportunity to whinge and moan about how much work she has now that the Sussexes are gone. You wouldn't know it. It doesn't seem to be any sense of urgency from where I'm looking. Does it look like she's done an extra day's work because Harry and Meghan is not there? I don't think so. She hasn't traveled abroad since, oh my goodness. Well, on vacation, but on official duty, When was the last time she traveled abroad? I think she went to Denmark. And even they are still trying to figure out why did she come. They don't even know why she was there. She went there. She interacted with a few children, people on her level. She walked in front of the Queen of Denmark, a breach of protocol. She was too dumb to stand in close enough to take a picture, so the Queen of Denmark had to guide her over. And then, of course, the palace tried to bully the press in Denmark. And what did they do? They retaliated by showing pictures of Kate without any type of airbrushing. Every place they go, they like to call the shots. Queen Elizabeth is gone. And that idea of all that deference that they were used to, that doesn't exist anymore. That's why Will and Kate don't travel. They don't go anywhere. The government won't ask them to go because they don't really want them to. Why mess up a good thing? Why spoil it by having Kate and William show up dressed like colonizers? Oh, I bet you William really thought, I bet you he really thought that he was going to show Harry how it's done. He was going to try to impress Harry by going to the Caribbean, going to Jamaica, and showing everybody what a real monarchy looks like. Only for them to show up and degrade themselves in front of the whole world. They were so embarrassing. Everybody was embarrassed. A lot of the tabloid media even called them out, saying how embarrassed they were to be British because of Will and Kate. So they know, but they can't go against the institution because going against themselves, so they keep on hating. Yeah. Well, whatever the reason may be, if they just leave Harry and Meghan out of it, I promise you I wouldn't have anything to say about those two. Hey, Church Nelly. I did not know you were here. What time is it? Oh, I've been on here for almost 3 hours, haven't I? I guess something got stuck in my craw. Once I start freestyling on Will and Kate, I can barely stop. Where is it? There it is. There's my official Church Nelly sign. Church Nelly. Get it? Church Nelly. Let me see. Mario says, to be honest, I haven't heard of this family since Princess Diana's days until Meghan came. See there? Exactly. Well, I think it's only fair that we give the Princess of Wales the last word.
We'll face the daily challenge of finding the balance between profitability and having a positive impact.
Yes, it's between profitability and having a positive impact. It's between you and me. Patine. Woo! Oh, what do you say? Just show Nacho, not the sign, huh? Well, let me see. Where is Nacho? What day was that? Was that December 1st? Right? Okay, let me get rid of some of these other things. Otherwise, I won't have room to share anything else. Anyway, you guys, I am done. So we're going to take a look at Nacho, and then we're going to say goodnight. What day was that? It was the first, right? Yes, there we go. Nacho Man. There we go. Yeah, okay, it was just those two. There we go. Look at there, Church Nelly. He's even wearing a Nacho. And no, it says Nelly and wait, Nacho and Church. See there? He's got the initials on his shirt there, N and C. Feliz Campaños. Happy birthday. I like the picture with the car there. That's solid. Yeah, they have they've been riding Harry and Meghan's coattails. I will never forget when Charles Spencer said that the press told him that they were creating a character for a characterization of him, and that he could help them write the story or he could refuse. But either way, they had come up with a characterization for him, and that is the way people will know him. It's like a pantomime or something like that. It really is almost, well, it's a soap opera. It is a soap opera. And the tabloid media, they actually create characters based on the lives of real people. It's probably the world's first reality show. You are cast in a certain light, and it's almost impossible to escape that light. Once your character has been defined by the tabloid media, it's almost impossible to change it. And that's why the politicians are afraid of the tabloid media. Church Nelly, I don't think you liked that song I had made for you the other day. And I took all that time writing that song just for you. And I looked up, you were gone. I'm like, well, fine. That's the last time I'll write a song for her. Lydia Washington, what are you doing here? I thought you were sleeping. Why is everybody up at 4:30 in the morning? I cannot believe this. Pretty soon Elaine Parker will be here. Do you guys have any idea what time it is? Just because I sleep like a vampire doesn't mean everyone should. Oh, yeah, it's time to go and take that bathroom run. I almost forgot about that. You're right. You're right. Well, since you guys are here, well, I don't want to play that speech Harry did. That was kind of a long speech. But you can see it on the replay. Yeah, everyone's second win. Yeah, that's one thing. When you get that second win, it does kind of wake you up. Chaos at Heathrow. What happened? Oh, by the way, it was something that I said that I may talk about later, and now I can't remember exactly what it was. Let me see. I think I took a screenshot. Oh, I know what it was. William's shakeup. I thought I might talk about it tomorrow, but since everybody's here, let's all figure out what's it all about. Willie, is it just for the moments you live? And if life, oh wow. Melissa McCarthy is skinny. She's got a cute shape too. Okay, it's been a long-standing, if lighthearted tradition for generations of royals when they gather at Sandringham for the annual Christmas celebration. But when William becomes king, oh God, here we go again. If I hear one more flipping time, when William becomes king. But when William becomes king, I roll, I roll. It is understood that he will scrap an outdated ceremony which involves handing out joke 5-pound presents in strict order of royal seniority. The antiquated game involves a cheap gift being handed out by King Charles and previously his mother, Queen Elizabeth, from a specially assembled trestle table in a ritual which perfectly captures the Windsor pecking order. Oh, he gonna get rid of that, huh? While senior royals receive their gifts first, more junior royals are forced to wait patiently as the pile diminishes, it says. But sources say that while they understand the understated nature of the gifts is likely to remain, any hierarchy. This is news. Do you know they made this big headline about the hierarchy of the gag gift? This is why the monarchy is about to disappear. This is exactly why. Because of stupid stuff like this. Instead of saying William is going to make sure that every royal pays their fair share, their market rate rent, they make a big announcement because William is getting rid of the gag gift. Okay, is that the hill you want to die on? Is that the big stance that you want to take as the year ends? That's how William wants to be remembered, is that he got rid of the 5-pound gift pecking order? Good Lord. Wow, that was the big announcement, you guys. If it was any bigger, I'd be impressed. Oh, they say it looks like somebody sprayed some pepper spray at Heathrow Terminal 3. Okay, folks, it has been 3 hours. I guess I should say good night. It's very interesting. I wasn't expecting so many people tonight, especially at this hour, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for your continued support. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. This has not been a Mark Goodson or Bill Totson production. Royal Sussex has been represented by the accounting firm of Laventhal and Horowitz. No animals were maimed or injured throughout Royal Sussex, although there has been a slight amount of nudity and just a hint of violence. But other than that, it has been very family friendly. A few F bombs, here and there. Peppering the conversation with some 4-letter words is always interesting. So again, thank you all very much. Hey, Angela M., I didn't know you were here. Yeah, and I don't want to make anybody jealous, but you ought to see the box of goodies I got from Connie Bomber. I have been kind of picking at it for a while. There's some chocolate that seems to have some type of liqueur in it. I mean, this is quality stuff, you guys. Thank you, Connie Bomber. This is real quality stuff. I don't feel worthy, but I'll accept it. I know. I don't feel worthy, but I will accept it. Oh, well, let me get this off the screen. Who cares? Oh, yeah, this was from earlier this week. God, they were so critical of Harry, weren't they? Very critical. Harry is living his best life. I love the fact that Harry and Meghan, I love the fact that they don't worry about what people think. You know what I'm saying? Or at least they are willing to risk criticism so that they can enjoy their lives. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. I'm glad they're having fun. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, Lord. Who wrote this article? Let me see. It's got to be one of those new people. What did I say that girl's name was the other day? Ruth Stainer. There she goes. Ruth Stainer, trainee reporter. She has wrote an article. Smug Prince Harry dismisses protocol and royal splains. You know how they say mansplain? Royal splains to Meghan on Buckingham Palace balcony. Body language expert claims. This was from July of 2018. Why are we talking about July 2018? Which, by the way, what she's saying is not true at all. This was not Meghan's first time on the balcony. This was for the 100th anniversary of the RAF. And of course, they have handpicked the photos that are the least flattering. Yeah, they are training this Ruth Stainer. They are training her to be a vicious tabloid reporter. So sad. Is that why she went to university? So that she could get a job at the Daily Mail and do everything she can to try to make the world as cynical as possible. Uh-oh, I think I see another article. Let me see. No, she didn't write that one. I can't believe it. So silly. Okay, yes, it is time to say goodnight. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Love you guys. I will see you next time. Like, in about, you know what? I'm going to try to come on early tomorrow. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try to come on a little earlier tomorrow. Okay? Let's see if we can do that. Bye. Bye. Look at Lydia Washington. Then got a good nap and all refreshed, and now she just got all kind of comments. Well, let's see what you're saying here. I love the way everybody just woke up full of energy. Here I am dragging my behind, and y'all got all kind of energy now. Ain't that something? Well, too little, too late. I don't know where y'all were when I was all full of energy. Now I am fixing to go. So we'll have to try this again next time. I looked at the comments earlier. It was like, I had looked, I'm like, is this thing still on? It's like about 20 minutes went by with no new comments. I'm like, are they sleeping? Yeah, well, no worries. We're going to come on earlier tomorrow. You'll see. At least 9 p.m. At least. Maybe sooner. Mixing moonshine with my hot toddy. Well, I mean, I've been on for like 3 hours already. I mean, I could go on, but I don't really want to. I mean, I do, but I really don't. Plus, you know what? Even though it's, oh Lord, I didn't drop the computer. Let me see. Can y'all still hear me? I mean, I didn't drop it. It just kind of slid. Let me make sure you can still hear me. Yes, yes. Okay, yeah, you can. I may actually put my Christmas tree up tonight. Yeah, there's a few things I have to do, and I do have like a burst of energy all of a sudden. So, who knows what time I'll finally go to sleep? We'll see. It must have been a piece of that candy that I ate. Did I tell you guys Connie Balmer sent me a treat? Some treats. Yeah, so maybe it was that. Yes, that's a good idea. That is the good idea. Get some sleep and try to do everything while there's daylight, right? I think that's a good idea. Even if I only catch part of the daylight, it'll still be nice to, open the curtains and let some light in and then put the Christmas tree up. And I got to put some lights outside. I have not put my lights out. My neighbors always expect for me to put on quite a spectacle of lights, and I don't want to let them down. Even though I refuse to talk to them when I see them, I still want to make sure that they have that to look forward to. You ever do that? Be in the grocery store and somebody speak to you and you like looking at them puzzled, and then they say, "I'm your neighbor." Oh, you know what? I didn't recognize you. That's because I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I just never got in the habit of talking to my neighbors because I can't stand nosy people. You know what I mean? They be so nosy. Once they get into your business, oh Lord, they get too familiar. I don't like that kind of familiarity. You know, say something if it looked like somebody trying to steal my car. But other than that, just wave. I'm good with that. Just wave. Really? Oh, okay. I thought you meant your steel had caught fire again. Yeah, I thought you were talking about making moonshine and the steel kind of went up again. But you're talking about Christmas lights. Okay. uh, okay, I understand now. I thought you meant your old steel had kind of went up in flames again. Hate when that happens. Um, okay, y'all. I'm fixing to go. Love you guys. See you next time.